Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Padova, Italy for round number 5 of the 8-scale buggy season here at VRC-Pro. Getting set to go here, your top 9 drivers getting set to do battle.
5,
reverse
4,
track here on this
3.
one. 20-minute race for these drivers, off and underway. Looks like a pretty clean start for your front runners right now, and as you can see, the reverse track even trickier than the forward direction track. Trying to drop down through the step-up section now. Jumping up onto the bridge instead of jumping off that bridge. Tough to clear that section. Let him get a lap in here. We'll see what our running order is. A lot of racing left to go here for these drivers as they're working their way around. You can see everybody banging wheels right now, trying to get used to this enormous track here in Padova, Italy. Coming onto that right-hand side. As they're working their way around, it looks like Rick Redmond in that number 2 spot. Redmond in the yellow buggy right there, working his way through the field. Redmond started the number 1 spot, dropped back to 2nd right now. Barnabas Toth going to be leading the way. Javin Candy in that number 3 spot. Redmond trying to close the gap up on your leader right now. Redmond, as you can see, in the yellow buggy, airing it out right. Oh, Redmond making a mistake there. That's a tricky step up in the regular track direction. But it's just a big air to a flat landing in the reverse IBR Padova track. Coming around the front section now, Javon Candy driving the Kyosho buggy, it looks like, in the red machine. Chasing down Redmond right now in the yellow buggy. Onto the left-hand side they go, up and over that tabletop section. Dropping down through the center. This track has so many elevation changes to it. That uphill bridge section, nice and tricky here in the reverse section. As you can see, those drivers trying to keep the front end high, make sure they clear it all the way. Here, Roma Fuji, sitting in the number 4 spot right now. In the yellow, blue, and black machine. Working his way around, sitting in the number 5 spot, started the number 9 spot on the grid. So Fuji working his way up through the field right now. Barnabas Toth going to be out front, leading the way, 1.3 seconds ahead of Rick Redmond. Everybody's still right there together, a lot of racing left to go. Kwangbok Lee working his way around. Kwangbok trying to dive the inside of traffic right there, battling back and forth. As you can see, goes a little wide there. Airing it out through the drop-down section. Oh, and Carnage there ahead of him. I tell you what, this is a tricky track, as we've said already. In regular direction, when you run it reverse, it's even trickier. Down the front stretch, onto the left-hand side goes Kwangbok Lee. Bouncing into that step-up jump right there. Into the back section, he goes through the switchbacks, up and over the roller. You lose your car briefly right there. Out of sight on the driver's stand. And there you saw Kwangbok Lee whipping it there. Dan Marson doing the same. Marson in that purple and yellow machine in the number 8 spot right now. Started in the 6th spot. Dropped back into the 8th place spot. The purple and yellow buggy airing it out there. And Marson trying to move up through the field now. Marson trying, I believe that is Fuji right there with him, trying to battle it out. Onto the right-hand side they go. Doubling double, and back down the front stretch they go now. Those two drivers going to be right there together. Look at them through the double section. Mimicking one another through the switchback sections. Right here, you lose your car just ever so briefly. Into the step-on, step-off section now. Dan Marson in the purple and yellow. Kwangbok Lee in the orange, white, and black. Up and over the double section now. Through the step-on, step-off section. Kwangbok Lee in the number 5 spot. Started the number 8 spot on the grid. On the right-hand side, up and over the step-on, step-off. Oh, over jumps it there. Kwangbok Lee making a mistake there. Going to lose a little bit of time. Back to the front of the pack, though. Barnabas Toth, the green, white, and black machine. Yellow wheels. White wing working his way around. Toth out front. Started the number 3 spot. Oh, a little mistake there. Started the number 3 spot on the grid. Up into the lead now. Rick Redmond, though, less than a second behind him there. You see him in the yellow buggy chasing him down. Onto the right-hand side through the step-on, step-off section. Toth and Redmond go 1 and 2 right now. A lot of racing left to go for these drivers. Up and over the roller section through the switchbacks in that back left corner. So hard to see the cars that far away from the driver's stand. Into the center section they go. Barnabas Toth out front leading this one. Redmond still in the number 2 spot. Candy in the 3 spot. Everybody's still pretty close here in this race right now. Hard hit for those buggies dropping down into that section. Onto the right-hand side they go. Barnabas Toth. 1, 2, and 3 going to be right there together. You can see Toth. There's Redmond, the yellow buggy, and right there behind him, going to be Javon Candy in the red buggy. Onto that right-hand side they go. Redmond through the switchback section, trying to close the gap up on your leader, Barnabas Toth, right now. Redmond's fast lap going to be a 34.1. chasing down Toth's fast lap time as well. Javon Candy in the number 3 spot, 0.8 of a second back. As you can see, Javon trying to sneak into the picture here in that red buggy. Barnabas Toth looking smooth out front right now, trying to keep it on all fours. That's half the battle here in Padova. Through the double-double section, down the front stretch. Now once again, 520 down in this one. Through the roller section, the green, black, and white machine. Barnabas Toth leading the way here in this one. Barnabas Toth, a very experienced VRC. Oh! Huge whip right there. Got so close to that outside wall. I thought he was going to clip it and flip him over there. Toth, as I was saying, experienced racer here in the VRC-Pro world. Toth working his... Whoa! And Toth makes a mistake, puts it on his lid. That's going to cost him right there. And as you can see, overjumps just a little bit, gets sideways, overjumps, puts it on his lid. Redmond goes on by, so Rick Redmond now going to be your leader of the yellow buggy. White wheels, white wing. He's got Javon Candy closing the gap up behind him right now. Javon laying it down. There's Barnabas Toth trying to catch back up as well in the number 3 spot. Javon in that red Kyosho buggy closing the gap up on Rick Redmond right now. Candy laying it down here in this one. He smells blood, looking for the win. Up and over the step-up section, there he goes. Candy going a little wide, jumping further through that section now. Onto the right-hand side of the track they go. Into that double-double section right now. As you can see, Javon Candy laying down some fast laps. A 34.1 for him right there on that one. Matching that fast lap time of Rick Redmond through the switchbacks on the left-hand side they go. Dropping down through the center section. Barnabas Toth still sitting in the number 3 spot. Here comes Javon Candy. Candy sets him up wide, diving to the inside. Not quite close enough. Under the bridge they go, into the big step down in the reverse direction. Javon Candy, double-double right there, chasing down Redmond on the right-hand side of the track. Up and over the double-double section they go. Candy looking for that inside line onto the front straight. Not quite close enough to make it happen. Rick Redmond going to be your leader right now. 7 minutes down here. Oh, Javon Candy with a huge mistake there. Gets just a little bit sideways, clips that second double. Lands back on his wheels, but hands the second place spot over to Barnabas Toth and drops him far back in the field to 3rd. Rick Redmond right now out front, looking smooth here in this one, driving the yellow buggy. Barnabas Toth in that number 2 spot. As you can see, onto the right-hand side, Javon Candy trying to catch back up after such a huge mistake there. Candy definitely looking to be one of the fastest drivers on the track at this point. And both Toth and Candy in for fuel here on this one. And a good pit stop for both those drivers. In and out of the pits they go. Dropping down. Tricky pit lane here at Padova. Rick Redmond yet to pit right now. The yellow machine working his way around. Into the center section. Up and over the double he goes. Oh! Redmond makes a mistake right there. That's going to cost him. That may hand the lead over to Barnabas Toth after the pit stops. We'll wait and see. Here comes Rick Redmond. Redmond on the right-hand side of the track, going double-double. We'll see if he pits on this one. He goes on by once again, 8:15 down. So Redmond right now risking it all without the pit stop. How long can Redmond go right now? Barnabas Toth in that number 2 spot. Javon Candy in the number 3 spot. As you can see, Javon dropping back just a little bit right now from Barnabas Toth. There's Richard Bagger in the number 4 spot. Bagger putting in a strong run here on this one. Started the number 4 spot. He's sitting in the number 4 spot. Here comes Rick Redmond, 8:45 down. We'll see. He's got a pit on this one. Up and over the double-double section he goes, and in for fuel. He may hand the lead over to Barnabas Toth. He had that mistake. Here comes Toth. Toth coming down the front stretch now. Down the front straight, it's going to be a drag race, and Barnabas Toth now going to take over the top spot. Rick Redmond drops to 2nd. Javon Candy in the number 3 spot. Bagger and Marson, 4th and 5th right now. There is your battle for 2nd and 3rd now. Redmond and Javon Candy. Into the bridge section they go, and oh, Barnabas Toth. Toth dropping to the 3rd place spot now, so this is a battle for the lead now. Rick Redmond up into the number top spot. Javon Candy up into 2nd right now in that red buggy. You see Barnabas Toth, they're sitting in 3rd. On to the right-hand side, they go through the double-double section. Redmond out front, Candy right there with him. Candy, I still say, laying down some of the fastest lines we've seen. A 34 flat for Barnabas Toth. Barnabas Toth laying it down here in this one in the number 3 spot, trying to catch back up to the leaders through the center section they go now. Here's Dan Marson, your number 5 place driver. Dan Marson, the purple, yellow, and white machine. On to the left-hand side, up and over the rollers. There's Kirby Backmeyer. Backmeyer rocking the pink and white buggy. working his way through the field, starting the number 7 spot. He's sitting in the number 7 spot right now, driving that TLR buggy. Coming up on some traffic right now. I believe that's Fuji and Marson right there in front of him as well. Just past the halfway mark here in this one. A lot of racing left to go for these drivers. Kirby Backmeyer charging. All right, he's got that lime green motor in there, matching the paint scheme, the pink, black, and lime green. Backmeyer through the switchback sections on the left-hand side. Your leaders working their way around through the field now as well. And as you can see, Backmeyer and Marson having a good battle right now. Marson in that purple, yellow, and white machine. Backmeyer trying to dive to that inside line, looking for the 6th place spot. And through the switchbacks they go, onto the right-hand side, and in that double section now. Kirby Backmeyer in the pink, black, and white buggy, moving up ahead of Marson. Backmeyer now up into 4th. Marson in that number 5 spot now. Back up to the front of the pack. Javon Candy making a mistake there. Javon Candy, your leader, making a big mistake. He's got the lead over Redmond here. You can see he starts to spin out. Saves it, has to slow up though. Now Redmond going to be right there with him. Redmond for the inside line. Redmond now back up to the top spot. Javon Candy in the number 2 spot. Barnabas Toth in that number 3 spot. Through the center section they go. Dropping down. Track getting rough through that section. Up and over the bridge they go. Barnabas Toth. Oh, Toth make a little bit of a mistake there. Toth, we know he's got the speed. We've seen it before. Chasing everybody down, the leaders right now. Barnabas Toth in that green, black, and yellow machine. There you see Redmond, the all-yellow buggy. Candy in the all-red buggy. Toth in the green and black. Down the front stretch they go right now. Backmeyer sitting in the number 4 spot. Bagger in the 5 spot. Redmond coming down the front stretch, the all-yellow machine. Javon Candy in that number 2 spot. Up and over the bridge section they go. 12-10 down here in this one. Past the halfway mark for these drivers. Rick Redmond out front leading the way. Started out front on the grid here in this one. Looking to try to finish out front right now. Javon Candy in the number 2 spot. Barnabas Toth in 3rd. Richard Bagger in the number 4 spot. Backmeyer in the 5 spot now. Up and over the double section they go. Oh, a mistake there for Javon Candy. Candy clipping that inside pipe. Barnabas Toth now going to move up to the number 2 spot. Redmond. Oh, and Redmond makes a mistake now. Redmond jumping right into the pipe there through that inside double. There you saw him nose it in, driving the HPI buggy. Lands it back on his wheels, but loses 2 position. So Javon Candy back up into the number 2 spot now. There you see Barnabas Toth taking over the lead now. Toth onto the right-hand side of the track. The green, black, and white machine coming around to the front side. Top 3 drivers still all going to be right there together. 7 minutes left to go for these drivers. Up and over the roller section they go. Barnabas Toth into that back left section. Dropping down through the step-up section. As you can see in the reverse track, not able to clear that downside. Javon Candy going a little wide there. Redmond looking for that inside line. There's Frederick Bowden now. Frederick Bowden up into the number 5 spot. Moving up ahead of Bagger. Fuji Marson and Kwangbok Lee rounding out your field here in this one. Bowden right now in that red buggy. Up and over the bridge section he goes. Red Wing through the step down section now, trying to close his gap up on Backmeyer. There you see Backmeyer in the pink buggy up at that number 4 spot. Richard Bagger in the number 6 spot, the orange and a white buggy coming around to the front side now. Down the front stretch he goes. I believe he's driving the Kyosho as well. Javon Candy, the other Kyosho driver, in that number 2 spot. Javon Candy in the all red buggy chasing down. I'm sorry, he's in the number 3 spot. Chasing down Rick Redmond in that number 2 spot. So your top 3 drivers starting to spread out a little bit right now. Barnabas Toth showing his consistency. Not necessarily the fastest laps on the track, but he's now got a 3.5 second lead on Rick Redmond. Redmond sitting in the number 2 spot. Javon Candy in the 3 spot. Backmeyer in the 4 spot. Getting ready to come up on another set of pit stops here for these drivers. We'll see how it changes. Oh, Javon Candy with a mistake there. That's going to drop him even further back right now. He's got a comfortable lead right now, though, on Backmeyer. Javon Candy through the double. Oh! Javon Candy making another mistake right there. Overjumps a little bit. Tries to downside this second double. Comes up short. Puts it on his lid. And he comes in for fuel here on this lap. 5 minutes left to go for these drivers here in Padova, Italy. Barnabas Toth going to be leading this one right now. Rick Redmond, the number 2 spot. Jovan Candy, the number 3 spot. We'll see how it all shakes down after the pit stops. Here you see Barnabas Toth. Toth getting ready to make his pit stop through the double-double section. He goes. We'll see if he pits on this one, and he does. Toth in for fuel here on this one. Starting the number 3 spot on the grid. Rick Redmond going to go on by. We'll see when Redmond makes his pit stop. Will Barnabas Toth take the lead back over? Toth had a 2.8 second lead on Redmond. Less than 5 minutes to go here for these drivers right now. Up and over the bridge section they go. Coming back around through the center section, Rick Redmond through the step-on, step-off section. That is your leader right now, the all-yellow buggy, white wheels, white wing. On to the right side, up and over the double-double section he goes. And he comes in for fuel and hits pit lane. Redmond gets caught up in the pits. That's going to cost him the lead right there before the pit stop even takes place. And as you can see, getting tangled up there, turn marshal got to run out and grab him, get him set straight. Re-enter pit lane. That cost him a ton of time right there. And as you can see, as he's climbing his way up into the pits, that dropping him back right now. Barnabas Toth, now your leader. Less than 4 minutes to go for these drivers. Barnabas Toth out front leading the way. Jovan Candy in that number 3 spot. Candy through the step down section right there, driving that Kyosho buggy. Here's Hiromu Fuji, sitting in the number 6 spot right now. Chasing down the rest of the field right now, trying to move his way back up through the pack. He's had a solid run here. This one started the number 9 spot. He's sitting in 6th right now through the step down section. He's got Kirby Backmeyer right there in front of him, driving the pink TL. Oh! Fuji, a huge mistake through the step on, step off section. Check this out right here. Clips that first one end over end over end, causing a big crash there for him. Losing a lot of time, and Fuji in for fuel now. Here's Kwang Bak Lee. Kwang Bak Lee right now sitting in the number 9 spot. There's Hiromu Fuji. Fuji up in the 8 spot right now. Dan Marson, the number 7 spot now. Back at the front of the pack with 17:30 down. Barnabas Toth going to be out front leading this one right now. As you can see, Dan Marson, that purple and yellow machine, looking smooth right now. Here is Rick Redmond in the number 2 spot. Redmond, Jovan Candy battling out now, number 2 and 3. Jovan Candy over to that 2nd place spot, driving the red Kyosho. And Redmond making a mistake there. Redmond in the yellow HPI machine, dropping back now into the number 3 spot. That may have sealed the deal. Jovan Candy, right now, as long as he keeps it on all 4s, has got that 2nd place pretty much locked up. Jovan Candy on the left-hand side, as you can see, working his way through the switchback section on this tricky IBR track. Anything can happen for these drivers. With less than 2 minutes to go now, up and over the step-up they go. Jumping up on the bridge, dropping down Jovan Candy, looking smooth right now. There's Richard Bagger, your 4th place driver. Bagger on the left-hand side of the track, up and over the roller section. Roller double right there. Ooh, clips that inside pipe just a little bit. Barnabas Toth going to be out front leading this one. As you can see, we're following Richard Bagger, the number 4 driver. I believe he's driving the Kyosho buggy as well. Yes, indeed he is, the orange and white machine. He's got Frederick Bowden not far back from him right now. Through the step-on, step-off section they go. A minute and a half to go. On to the right-hand side of the track. This track is so big for these drivers. From the driver's stand, very difficult to see, but these drivers making it look easy here in our A main action. As you can see, Bowden there in the number 5 spot. Bowden working his way around. Up and over the double, also driving the Kyosho buggy. Through the bridge section, there's Kirby Backmeyer right there, coming up on Bowden now. Your running order right now going to be Toth, Candy, Redmond, Bagger, Bowden, Backmeyer, Marson, Kwang Bak Lee, and Fuji. 45 seconds left to go on the master clock. 45 seconds left to go for these drivers as they're working their way around. Frederick Bowden coming down the front stretch right now, moving all the way up into the number 4 spot now. Kirby Backmeyer in the number 6 spot, driving that pink TLR buggy. Barnabas Toth trying to check out here in this one. 30 seconds left on the master clock right now. Barnabas Toth had an 8.2 second lead last time around. 15 seconds left on that master clock. Here is your leader right here, Barnabas Toth. It's going to be close. He may get a free one after this one. 10 seconds left. I don't think so. On to the right-hand side, 5 seconds left. Is Barnabas Toth going to get the free lap, or is this going to be it for him? That is it. Barnabas Toth taking the win here in this one. Started number 3 on the grid, moved all the way up into first. Here comes your second place driver, Javon Candy, taking second. Rick Redmond coming around, rounding out your top 3. What a race for those drivers right there. Here comes Frederick Bowden. Bowden working his way back through that center section. A long and grueling race for these drivers as they're finishing up here at the 20-minute mark. Frederick Bowden looking for that number 4 finish. Kirby Backmeyer, and Bowden's got it. Here comes Backmeyer. Backmeyer rounding out your top 5 on that one. Barnabas Toth taking the win here in this one. There you see Toth working his way back to the pit. So it's Toth, Candy, Redmond, Bowden, Backmeyer, Bagger, Marson, Lee, and Fuji.